Okay, everyone is talking about the brand new agent builder from OpenAI Dev Day. And yeah, I get it. It's cool. But while you were watching that, you missed the real gold rush. OpenAI has tried to build an ecosystem before using plugins, and then they bought out GPTs, but this time it's different. And don't just take my word for it.
And this is just the beginning. We're going to roll out more apps from partners in the weeks ahead.
He's talking about the brand new Apps SDK, and this isn't about making a better chatbot anymore. It's about building real publishable applications inside ChatGPT, and the opportunity is massive.
And then later this year, developers will be able to submit apps for review and publication. And we'll share more in monetization from apps soon. We'd also love your feedback about what you'd want.
Publication, monetization, it's the new App Store moment. And we're here on day one. In this video, I'm not just going to talk about it, I'm going to build a complete app step by step from scratch and show you how to deploy it right now. Now, I'm using Cursor here for visibility, but I'll be using Codex in YOLO mode for the actual coding. Now you'll notice here I have 3 markdown files. API docs, this is where I document my own business's internal API. Also Apps SDK, how to build with the OpenAI Apps SDK. And MCP, how to make your own MCP server that ChatGPT can use for your app. Not only that, I've set up a .env file, which contains secret tokens to be able to call my API securely. With that said, the only other thing to note is I'm using OpenAI Codex with GPT-5 Codex High. And because I want you to be one of the first to jump on this, I've put together a special launch offer this weekend only. My premium community is normally $49 a month, but if you use the code GOLDRUSH at checkout this weekend, you'll get 3 months for just $27 a month. That will give you a step-by-step text tutorial that you can follow along with the markdown files that I'm going to use to build today so that you can build your own ChatGPT apps in a one-shot prompt. Let's get building. Your task is to build a ChatGPT app using the new OpenAI Apps SDK, named Voiceovers, by referencing the provided documented files. The user experience will be as follows. 1. A user types @voiceovers, make a voiceover that says "Hello World" in a female voice. 2. An inline UI component appears with a beautiful audio player. 3. The user can press play to hear the generated audio. 4. The user can press a button to order a pro version, which will take them to a product page with a real human voice version that can be mixed with sound effects and music. And there's our starting prompt. Let's hit enter and let Codex go to work. Okay, you'll see it's preparing to explore the repo, and of course it's going to look through and find the documents inside this folder here. It's opening all the files, it's currently reading through OpenAI Apps SDK documentation, and it's also looking at how to build an MCP server, which will be needed to make this app work inside ChatGPT. Bear in mind it has all the information it needs in my markdown files, so I'm hoping one shot should be the charm. And this is really cool. It's doing all kinds of prep before it even gets to work. It's worked for just over a minute now, figuring out exactly how everything should look. And most importantly, if you want your app to be very visible in the new ChatGPT App Store, you need to follow best practices. And that's exactly what Codex is doing for me right here. Okay, now it's making a plan, it's making a to-do list, and it's obviously inspected the docs. Now it's creating the project structure and configuration before it implements the MCP and builds everything else that's needed. Look at this. It's actually created a directory called Voiceovers, and in here we can see it's made a backend web server folder and also a web folder for the actual display of the app. Now it's writing the code. And as usual, I don't need to know how this works. All the files are created for me in real time, and very soon I should be able to spin up a ChatGPT app. It's also following best practices, so I can sync this to GitHub without committing secret files. And if we look in the server folder as well, we'll see files are starting to populate here too. By the way, if you didn't know, another business I'm involved in is Music Radio Creative. global audio production company with some AI voices as well, and we'll be using the API of MRC to generate these voices. Okay, again, you can see here it's making the MCP server for me and it's searching best practice on how to do all of this. All right, we can see we've got a successful VoiceOver's ChatGPT app spun up and it's just working on some final bits now. And look at this, would you believe it? After just 15 minutes of work, it's now documenting everything it's done so that we can run this anytime we like. Okay, this is all great, but can we get my app working inside ChatGPT? Let's try. I've got a quick start here in my README, so it's really easy to follow. I'll follow step 1 at the terminal. That's done. Then we'll follow step 2 at the terminal. That's done. And it's up and listening. Finally, we need to use ngrok. That's the best practice, so we can access our app inside ChatGPT. I'll copy this into a brand new terminal window. And there we go. Now we get a URL where we can temporarily access our app inside ChatGPT. Now we can have some fun inside ChatGPT. I'll go to my settings, and first of all, you want to go to Apps and Connectors over here, and you want to head to Advanced Settings, where you can switch on Developer Mode. And with that done, you'll get a new button called Create. This is very exciting because you can make your first app. We'll call the tool VoiceOvers. We'll paste in the MCP server URL that is temporarily this one, /MCP. I also want to put in a quick description, so we'll paste that up here. There's no authentication needed because that's done on my MCP server. We'll tick to say we trust the app, and we'll create. And it's done! It's connected! This is so exciting. This is a development environment. Remember, I would have to deploy this on a server to put it into production, but let's try it out. All right, we'll cross out of this, and in ChatGPT, we'll say oh look, there it is, VoiceOvers. Generate a male voiceover that says hello world from Creator Magic. We'll let it go to work, and very soon it should look for available tools, and then it's found available tools, it's calling a tool, it's generating the audio drop. This is very exciting. I will just need to confirm this as I'm in developer mode. All looks good to me, confirm. And look at this. Here it is on my screen, my audio samples ready to play.
Hello world from Creator Magic.
Pretty enthusiastic there. We've got a regenerate option inside the app, also an opportunity to order a pro version that takes you straight to my voiceover page on Music Radio Creative. And this really is just the start of what's possible. So I hope this video and an introduction to the Apps SDK, that's software development kit, by the way, from OpenAI, has inspired you. Now is the time to build, ready for when they launch this new wave of apps right inside the chat experience inside ChatGPT. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, we'll be discussing this more in the community. Join up down below, and I'd love to see you in Premium this weekend if that's something of interest to you. But other than that, really excited for you to watch the next video that's showing on your screen, and thanks so much for watching this one.